And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Jones in at point guard. And you think about the future of this great league, certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And it's San Antonio to start out. From 11 feet away, Gobert pulls it in. Edwards against Vassell. Edwards can't hit. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. On the basket by Jones.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Now here's Conley. Down low. The layup off target. And here's Jones. Passes to Sohan. Johnson for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota with the ball. Chalk up 2 there.
Jaden McDaniels.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
That one doesn't go. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Johnson. Vassell outside. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Good defense by Wembanyama.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. You can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Some worry, Doris, about a log jam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage.
Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And since he entered the league, Vassell's playmaking has really come a long way. He is a solid creator.
Now here's Conley. Outside, Towns. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Jones. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jones has got 8 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Here's Joseph following the bucket by the Spurs. Shoots over Wesley, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. San Antonio leading by 6. Branham can't get it to go. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Okogie. Shoots over Vassell. Okogie misses.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. He gets that one.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Vassell outside. 1:32 left to play in the first. Joseph with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Garza. Nothing on the board. 6 on the shot clock. Joseph, the pass to Garza. Off target from outside. Spurs leading by 6. Here's Vassell. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Joseph, and it's blocked. Collins passes to Bassi. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Timberwolves trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Reed misses.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
And yes, it's good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Joseph looking around. The pass to Garza. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Vassell outside. Rebound Minnesota. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they want.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Spurs up 10. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Conley and Edwards are the guards. On-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is changing for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Minnesota with the ball. After the basket by San Antonio. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Branham, good. Branham's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Passes it to Towns. And stolen by Wembanyama. Johnson, the pass to Mamu Kalishvili. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Conley kicks to Towns. Shoot from the right block. Yes, that goes in. Towns has got 5 points so far.
How great is he at getting squared up? Towns can do it all.
Branham, the pass to Mamu Kalishvili. Goes back up. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight, all alone. Edwards going all the way.
Boy, Anthony Edwards out in transition, knows his teammates made a defensive play, and wisely leaks out.
Craig is a player. How long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
There is simply no substitute for what Jaden McDaniels gives you on the defensive end every night. This guy is elite.
And the Spurs making a change here. Jones has checked in. Both good from the line that time. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Mike Conley. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 11 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Edwards finds Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Jones for 3. Offensive rebound. Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut back down to 13 points, and that one coming from Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Okogie comes in for Edwards. And it's Joseph in for Mike Conley. Here's Joseph following the bucket by the Spurs. Right wing, and the wide open shot from Reed. Cans it from downtown. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jones with it. Now guarded by Towns. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
1:36 left in the first half of the game. Here's Reed. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, They'll be facing Steven Adams and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And for that game against Miami, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Team getting sharper every time out.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Garza's checked in.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Vassell. Reed with the rebound. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 10-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pitch stop before hitting the road again. Here's Collins. The second effort, and he sinks the layup. He's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Joseph with the ball. Still scoreless. Inside, here's Garza. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Assisted. And they've done well in taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Jones, the pass to Bassett. Here's Collins. Reed with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Joseph.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Jones. He's got 8, and that one's good. Bessie.
From Trey Jones.
17 seconds left here in the second.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And it's good, 2 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
From deep, Collins. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so that's the end of the first half. Spurs lead by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Pop, what did you think of the pace of your team in the first half?
Well, we've upped the pace. It's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be, so something's got to give somewhere.
Pop, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part of the game. But you got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that.
And that should do it with
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Zohan is the forward with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. We know Doris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Conley dishes to McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Clock at 6.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And the basket by Jones.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Timberwolves trail by 13. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Timberwolves are now on the same page. Karl Anthony Towns says it's good when you're able to sacrifice to see the results you wanted and share the success. They're all making this happen. This is a team coming together and saying, we really want to do something special. Kevin, you're right on the road to doing that.
Yeah, well said, David. Karl Anthony Towns is very motivated, definitely. And the Timberwolves call time here. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
The Spurs making a switch here. Branham's checked in. Outside, Towns. This is to Conley. Here's Gobert. Good defense by Wembanyama.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
From about 19 feet. And another basket for San Antonio.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Wembanyama against Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks to Towns. And Edwards launches it from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Joseph, he's checked in for Mike Conley.
Into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Joseph.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Vassell against Edwards. Zohan, the pass to Wembanyama. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Edwards can't hit. San Antonio leading by 17. Johnson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside, Joseph. They need this one. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Branham. 17-point lead, their biggest. Yep, that one goes in there.
It is going to be hard to get a hand to Wembanyama's shots on the inside. Great instincts and just too much length.
Now here's Towns. He's got 7. And the basket by Edwards.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Great, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Shot by Collins, no good. Timberwolves trail by 17.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Joseph down low. Covered by Wesley.
Joseph.
Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got his second bucket.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Kelishvili passes to Johnson. San Antonio again missing. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the basket by Okogie.
Wow, look at the footwork from Josh Okogie. Great stuff near the bucket.
Wesley the pass to Kelishvili. Here's Collins, and he uses the glass on the layup. Collins has got 7 points.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Garcia gets the bucket.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
To the inside, here's Collins. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Down by 12. Here's Reed. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's Johnson. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Joseph. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. Just 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Good if it goes. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's San Antonio with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. On-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. Then it's Conley. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Okogie in at the 2 spot. Towns. And the shot is good.
Guys, that is what you call 2 physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
Now here's Jones. Wembanyama, no good. Here's Okogie. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jones, the pass to Sohan. And that one, good.
I love that dish down low.
Timberwolves trail by 14. The pass to Okogie. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Reed finds McDaniel. To the wing on the left. Here's Okogie, covered by Vassell. The shot, no good. Here's Sohan. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
Now here's Reed. To the paint. And finished off by McDaniel.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
No good there. Good defense by Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 14. Passes it to Sohan. Over Towns. Tries again. And Wembanyama with the nice bucket inside. Wembanyama's got 10 points here in the second half. Minnesota calls timeout. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Josh Okogie. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality, does a nice job drawing contact.
He hits the second from the line. Now here's Jones. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Conley surveying the D. Left side, Edwards. Offensive rebound.
Let's remember, Rudy Gobert, 7-1. Very hard to contest effectively.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Jones. Got it from 16 feet. And the Spurs lead by 14. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. And finished off by Edwards.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards so much tighter? That is so good.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play.
First personal foul.
Free throw, no good for Vassell.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
Here's Towns. San Antonio with the rebound. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Count it. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're ahead by 14. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%. Always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Oh, here's Edwards. Pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Spurs.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Vassell, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Towns, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're in front by 12. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Here's Conley. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Three-pointer. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.